Hey guys, and welcome back to more Magic the Gathering spoilers and lore. Today, let's start on some awesomely fun videos centered around the spoiled cards for the upcoming Commander 2016 decks. Now, I'm not the most well-versed Commander player in the world, but I'll give you my meager opinions on the cards, followed by some interesting lore surrounding the characters. This is one area where I believe Wizards of the Coast has just been hitting it out of the park, especially with these more supplemental sets. They're taking lesser known characters from the lore, figures we've heard about but never seen, and giving them a face and a card. And that's what's happening here with Commander 2016. Many of the new legendary cards are characters from the lore that haven't seen any sort of printing. So without further ado, let's look at our first topic. Bruse Tarl, Boorish Herder. Legendary creature, human ally for 2 generic and Boros colors. Whenever Bruse Tarl enters the battlefield or attacks, target creature you control gains double strike and lifelink until end of turn. It also has Partner, a new mechanic in Commander 2016 which allows you to have 2 commanders if both have Partner. So just taking this card at face value, I think it's really good. Now, I don't know how it plays as a commander, please teach me in the comments below to make me good, but as a card, it has some pretty impactful effects. It gives a big buff when it comes into play, and continues to provide them as it attacks. With 3/3 in stats at 4 mana, that's a pretty great deal. Double Strike is one of the most punishing abilities out there. Adding the lifelink just makes it even more potent. What I will say is that it seems a little boring and maybe even slow as a commander for this aggressive color pairing. Maybe I'm wrong here, but you'll need to take advantage of Partner to make it a good commander. Now, while you're all probably grilling me in the comments right now, let's move on to this guy's lore. Who is Bruse Tarl? Well, you probably wouldn't know unless you were paying close attention to the flavor text of a number of cards throughout MTG. As you can probably tell from his art and his title, Bruse Tarl is a herder who's a little coarse when dealing with the animals in his care. And for good reason. Have you ever tried dealing with a stubborn ox or spitting goat? Neither have I, but I imagine it's not too pleasant, so this line of work takes an unpleasant man. Like I said, all the commanders from 2016 will be characters we've heard of in the lore but never seen, almost side or flavor characters, and Tarl is definitely a side character. To my knowledge, he doesn't appear in any written lore, but only flavor text on cards. Please correct me if I'm wrong though. Even though we don't get a lot of information on him, there's still a surprising amount to work with, so let's get to it. From a number of flavor texts, we can discern that this guy comes from the plane of Zendikar. His new card being an ally is also a strong giveaway. In the flavor text of Pillarfield Ox, we see Tarl being as boorish as ever, saying, "May starving fleas birth 1,000 generations on your stubborn hide, cow," as he's quoted from Goma Fada, a region on Zendikar. And again on Andu Greathorn, saying, "May your horns get lodged in an Eldrazi's bony face, ornery brute." It's clear this nomad herds some of the most annoying creatures, even more so than the Eldrazi on Zendikar. So coming from a plane like Zendikar, which was so brutally attacked by the Eldrazi and their titans, surely we have some epic moments from this titanic figure, right? Well, not so much actually. In terms of military experience, he's supplied some giant creatures to defend caravans, but that's really it. This can be seen on Battle Herda from Worldwake. Murasan Herdas were too aggressive to tolerate a harness, so we put them on guard duty. Now the bandits can't get within spitting distance of us, Herdas being basically the giants of Zendikar. His caravan experience continues with Caravan Herda from Zendikar, saying, quote, "Not too bright, but good enough for the job required, carrying things and walking in a straight line." But we also see he has a strong connection to his home of Zendikar, and the constant churning and turmoil nomads like him face when the land itself heaves. These royals endanger the lives of all those too arrogant to give them a wide berth. Tarl is a seasoned herder and knows the land better than most, saying in Tectonic Wedge from Worldwake, "We move because the earth does." So was Bruse Tarl a significant player in Zendikar's fight against the Eldrazi? No, at least to our knowledge anyway. But he stands as a symbol, a symbol of a time past on Zendikar, a time of peace and stability. An era where all you had to worry about was that damn ox being a numbskull. A simpler time, to be sure. Tarl is a beacon of wisdom in a land so broken by chaos. So let me leave you with one of his greatest manuscripts. You old, immobile clod! If I could stuff your doltish head with knowledge, I'd do it just so someone else could fully comprehend what your stubbornness has cost me. Hear, hear, Bruse Tarl. Hear, hear. And that's the story so far for this new commander and world-renowned herder. If you're a fan of this boorish ox offer, give this video a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest MTG news and lore. As always guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.